Morning, tubers. Sun's barely up. Time for a road trip. Yeah, I really hate to say goodbye to this Honda CT70, but I checked my hoard in the basement out, and I still have quite a bit for what I want to do. One day I should show you guys that stuff again. So I'm going to let it go. Anyway, so this is what's leaving. We got a road trip. Going to be on the road for about 6 hours today. All set up to go. Got my Darth Vader mask, and we're off. Who's your daddy? Happiness is a fresh truckload of all-terrain vehicles and all-terrain vehicle parts. So I got quite a bit in here, obviously. I'm going to be as happy as could be. My wife, probably not so much. So, what is this entire mess? The first thing I got is this China thing. And it looks like it's an automatic. I don't see shift levers. But this one's a shaft drive, which is interesting. It died of an electrical problem. And if you look at the tires, right? I mean, you can see some, unfortunately, checking. But it's really it really hasn't been used much. And if you look it over, I have the front wheel hub and the tire and so forth. I do have that. The spark plug's not in it. The exhaust is not on it. So there are a few parts missing. But I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get it running. If I had to guess, this is 110 cc's. 110, you know, your typical motor. So once again, there's this one. I'm going to get it running because that's what I do. That's what I like to do. I find that interesting. So we'll get it running. As a matter of fact, maybe we'll do something interesting, given the wiring's all completely ruined here. I mean, really ruined. Maybe just for a laugh, I'll kind of cut things loose and we'll rewire it such that we can bring it back to life. Right? We'll make it run. We won't do it completely because I don't ever do anything completely. And the second one's a Kawasaki. This is a Bayou 250. Obviously shaft drive. From a cosmetic point of view, it's actually a real nice looking all-terrain vehicle. I think these are the OEM tires on it, and it's in really nice shape. This particular year of Bayou, I'm not saying this to slam on it, but it's not one of those real tough years. I'm told it has a clutch problem, and you guys can see that cover is loose there. So that's the story on the Bayou. Once again, cosmetically, the Bayou is absolutely beautiful. It's just a matter of what's wrong with it. This guy is interesting because it's bigger. This is almost something one could work on, perhaps stretch the frame a little bit and create something else. Once again, I do have the tire and all that other stuff. A suspension. Looks like the headlights are still good. It does have grease fittings. You guys can see them down there, so that's real positive. I guess this is a 2005. Yeah, this is, they were starting to get a little thinner. Lightweight. Yeah, let's go with lightweight. Yeah, the Kawasaki's were becoming a little more lightweight, right? You know, instead of having things stamped, they were putting stickers on them. So, if I could get, it's got drums, and it looks like the drums are at their maximums. I mean, things you notice like that tells you it's been run. Anyway, in addition to that, they threw in these tires. I saw the, you know what? I'm going to rename them. I saw the Minibike brothers. So these are Doros. Somebody bought them as replacements. I don't think they ever used them, right? They still got like these things on them. So I got a matching pair. Obviously that guy and that guy, 10-inch rims, right? So I'm gonna have to sniff around for 10-inch rims. At this point, they're probably only good for tubes. They threw this in. That is the front wheel. This is the front tire and wheel off of, it looks like a 200X, right? Three-wheeler. So I got that. They threw in the plastic body. The plastic body doesn't go on this one. It won't go on this one, right? The way this is and the way that is, it's not meant for this. But they threw it in. I always thought it interesting. You could kind of take one of these plastic bodies, and if you go across the center and across the sides and get clever with mounting it, you can actually mount the 4 fenders and so forth on an all-terrain vehicle. So there's that, and this is about it. Yeah, the only thing in the cab is like the seat to this and the clutch for that, the front wheel, tire, brake assemblies folded underneath. So these are 2 new projects. This deal was kind of a surprise. From the beginning of the video, you could see the 2 mini bikes that met. The Minibike brothers are into mini bikes, and they're finding cool stuff. I'll put the link to Stoney's channel underneath. He's found Rups. He found one mini bike. It was one of 2 built, special, custom built. A lot of CNC work on it. You can tell the people who CNC'd it put their initials in the plates they cut up. Anyway, he picked that up. I mean, he's got a lot of, in the world of mini bikes, he's got a lot of cool stuff. I have a lot of cool Honda stuff. I have QA50, CT50, Z50, CT70 type stuff. He's now got a CT70 and a whole load of the older American made stuff. So if I ever decide to get rid of my Argo or anything like that, it has an instant home. Anyway, so this is one of 2. This deal kind of snuck up on me. The other deal is with Kevin Bergeron, and that's on Saturday. So I kind of got to get this off of here and get it buried. For those of you who've been paying attention, I got no carport. I got no carport coming. I called Discover, and I had them reverse the charges. They'll notify me in writing if the carport company refutes or rejects me reversing the charges. And I said, well, how could they do that? And she said, well, if they say you got delivery. I said, obviously I don't have delivery because I'm calling you to cancel the charges. I mean, I'll take a picture of my backyard showing you it's not there, and they can take a picture of my backyard showing you it is there if they wish, but trust me, it's not there. So that's the carport story. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the carport. I have a buddy of mine, Chuckster, who does construction, and asked him to price it out for me, but my quick stab at materials indicates that it's probably going to cost twice as much. I was getting prices a little under $4,000 for a 24 by 24. I think to do it in wood with metal roofing, I think I'm looking at closer to $8,000. And homie don't have $8,000. only barely had the 4. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be a shame to have that level spot in the backyard just become a parking lot for these things covered with golf cart roofs. But you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I made another few phone calls for carports, and it seems that if you order a carport, you're 6 weeks, you're 6 months out now. I guess there's they were making them out of Chinese steel, and then with the tariffs, American steel became cheaper or the same price or close in price, or however they did it. So they moved a lot to American companies who make steel, and the American companies weren't prepared to make the kind of steel that they wanted for the carport, you know, the gauge thickness for the roofing and the gauge thickness for the tubing. So they're retooling for it, and on, and there's a backlog, and tough luck, go away. Anyway, so there we are. There's the carport story. There's the all-terrain vehicle story. Anyway, and in the meantime, I want to thank you all for coming on the trip with me. I want to thank you for watching and commenting. I'll take your advice. If somebody has a 24x24 carport they want to drop off, I would love it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody once again for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. None of us know how many we're going to get, so get out and have some fun while you can. Bye now.